one of the greatest acts of worship that brings a person closer to Allah Jalla wa Ala is ad-du'a. When we look in the Qur'an, we find that Allah Jalla wa Ala has mentioned du'a in several different places. And as we know, the more something is mentioned, it shows its importance. Allah Jalla wa Ala has mentioned du'a in the Qur'an in several different places. And when mentioning du'a, He has mentioned different things regarding du'a. Sometimes Allah Jalla wa Ala orders us to make du'a to Him alone. In other ayat, Allah Jalla wa Ala warns those who commit shirk when making du'a. In other ayat, Allah Jalla wa Ala informs us of the great reward for those who make du'a, those who call out to Him alone. And yet in other ayat, Allah Jalla wa Ala praises those who make du'a. Allah Jalla wa Ala praises those who call out to Him alone. In fact, if we look at the Qur'an, we find that the first surah, du'a, is mentioned in it. When we look at the last surah, we find that Allah Jalla wa Ala mentioned du'a. When we look at Surah Al-Fatiha, not only is du'a mentioned, but Allah Jalla wa Ala taught us how to make du'a. He taught us the etiquettes of making du'a. And inshallah, we will discuss some of these etiquettes later. The du'a mentioned in Surah Al-Fatiha, Allah Jalla wa Ala orders us to ask Him for guidance. That is why we say in every single raka'ah of every single salah, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Guide us to the straight path. Guide us to the correct path. When we look at Surah An-Nas, when we look at the last surah, we find Allah Jalla wa Ala taught us how to ask Him for protection. Allah Jalla wa Ala taught us to take refuge in Him. We ask Allah Jalla wa Ala to protect us from all the evils. And one of the evils mentioned in Surah An-Nas is the evil of the whispers of shaitan. Min sharril waswasil khannas. There is no doubt, by Allah Jalla wa Ala mentioning du'a in the first surah and in the last surah, this shows us the importance of du'a.